Hey guys, welcome. Today is Giving Tuesday now. My name's Maria Triano. This is PA Dance Vision. This is Brittany Lutz, one of my principal dancers for the dance company and dance assistants in some of the free programs that we're teaching online. We're having some tea. Hello. We are out behind the studio. We just finished teaching one of our free classes for our kids. We have a beautiful Stepping Stones creative dance class that I created many years ago, which we are now sharing with a lot of families online with the pandemic, and we've been just, giving as many classes to people as we possibly can. But in through all of these new changes we've had to make, I realized that we are celebrating 20 years of PA Dance Vision, and I remember starting my studio probably 25 years ago, 26 years ago, and the performance part of the work that I was doing was what I consider to be PA Dance Vision, which was the choreography and all of the work we were sharing and continue to share in the public with the years of dance concerts and things like that. And having the 20-year celebration being right now, this year, in the year of 2020, this brand new decade, I just feel like so much gratitude and joy and celebration for everything that we have done, everything that we have accomplished, everything that we have created together, and all of the amazing and beautiful dancers that I've been blessed to work with. And so I was kind of thinking this morning as we were collecting ourselves and getting ready for class of, how did PA Dance Vision start? Yes, it started as sort of a branch from my studio when it was not a nonprofit organization. And then also, I remember when I did a lot of work at East Stroudsburg University that I would provide different dance seminars, all-day dance education seminars for the dancers throughout our communities here in the Poconos and throughout the region. And so I got to meet amazing dance professionals along the way, and dance professionals from New York, just really great people who are creating real art and what I would consider to be real. Jeffrey Ferguson was one of them, amazing ailey dancer, just phenomenal person all the way around. Kathy Sullivan, beautiful ballet teacher, my beautiful friend Robin Dunn, hip-hop teacher, and who was teaching the tap. Met so many of you along the way doing that. Room, the big dance studio at East Stroudsburg University, with a lot of dancers. We were bringing that creative, soulful, truthful dancing and dance teaching, real teachers who cared about students to everyone here, which was a blessing. So that's kind of like how PA Dance Vision started. Then I remember having the little pop saying, I think I have to have two corporations, because like somehow these two companies, even though they work hand in hand, they have to be sort of separate somehow. And as the company grew and the work was growing and expanding and the dancers were growing, I don't know, I had like a divine inspiration that said PA Dance Vision needs to be a nonprofit organization. And I remember also wondering, and I was telling you this, Brittany, wondering why I called PA Dance Network, the studio, that title, and why I called it PA Dance Vision. And now when I look back over the course of my life, and of course that was the name of it. And everything being a network, and also then just me being an intuitive, and having the visions of the creations coming through me, and then being able to give birth to them. So I find it just interesting as we're celebrating the 20 years.
Yay!
Okay. And we're on these new beginnings. Today we're out in my new fairy garden, which I'm making. The studio is now behind is on the side of my house, which we moved about 8 years ago. And we're doing a lot of our nonprofit, all of our nonprofit work from here now, with PA Dance Vision, and it's just really cool. So I thought after we taught our class, we'd come out and just share a little bit about the process, about the creation, and how is it that I got to meet this lovely morsel of a woman sitting next to me. So how did you meet me? How did we meet?
Oh, well, there's layers, of course, but I mean, initially we didn't know we were in the same building. We were in the same dance show. So little 3-year-old me was in my first dance recital, and my father was videotaping. He was recording a different kid or a different dance. He just kept the film going, and I'm watching this years later, of course, and all of a sudden a song comes on, and I was like, I know that song. Why do I know that song? I know the counts. I know what's going on. So I look at the screen, and I see Miss Maria, and I'm like, oh my gosh! So her dance called Blue, I was taught in one of her classes, and I just recognized the whole thing. And then, so watching that piece, which was gorgeous, then the next kind of clip came on, and it was the finale. So everybody after the show was just on the stage, giving bows and things like that. And there's Miss Maria in her costume, it was sparkly blue costume, and there's little Brittany just sitting, looking at her and looking at her skirt, and I remember looking at the skirt, which was so funny.
Wow. So basically, okay, so like, we didn't know. I was in my very first dance teaching job, which, by the way, I completely am grateful for, because I didn't even know I was a dance teacher. I didn't know it. The person that the people I was taking class with here in the Poconos offered me a teaching job. They're like, you're like an amazing dancer, and we want you to start teaching dance. Do you want to? Like, no. I don't think so. I didn't even know I was this dance professional or this teacher. I mean, I knew I was a dance professional. I knew I was a dancer. Let's put it that way. But I didn't know I was a choreographer. I didn't know I was this amazing teacher. Like, had no idea. And it was because of my history with the Evers, which they had a dance studio here in the Poconos for many years, that I was offered the opportunity for teaching. And so in one of the annual recitals, the girls that I was teaching with, or the girls I was teaching at East Stroudsburg University, I was like about 50, I would say. So again, we're talking 23 years ago. So I brought that Dance Blue to perform, and I brought the girls from ESU to dance there at my hometown studio where I was teaching dance. And Brittany was on the stage, 3 years old. And years later, I mean recently, probably just maybe like 2 years ago, Brittany brings me the little picture and sends me the video, shows me the video of little her and 30-year-old me on the stage together. We didn't even know each other. Okay, the universe, what does the mug say?
The universe knows.
The universe knows. What is that? I'd say
Embrace the moment.
Embrace the moment. Click. That was happening. Is there a little ant? Oh no. Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, so basically we did not know. Brittany was not in my class at the time when she was a little preschooler. But years later, her father had captured this on video, and she brings it to me after she has trained with me for how many years now. And she made her way to PA Dance Network, my studio in East Stroudsburg. Whoa, Big Bird just flew over us. And that's basically how we got started. So then years later, you took class locally, and again, we didn't really know each other. Brittany didn't even realize I was who I was. she was going to be one of my people, but the universe knew.
Mhm.
So then years later, you grow up
Mhm.
to PA
Cool.
Dance Network.
Yep.
How did that happen? Cool. Okay.
Yeah, I had training different places, different years. I had a knee injury in high school, so that was kind of like a rerouting thing for me, probably. Now
right.
looking back.
Sure.
And yeah, I was just, on my computer in my room, and I'm picking through it. I'm like, this is where I gotta go. This is where I gotta go. So that's where we, walked into the studio, and I knew immediately just walking through the doors, like, this is where I want to be. This is the kind of stuff I want to be doing. I want to branch out, learn new stuff.
Wow.
So
that's amazing.
that was that.
Another wink from the universe.
Right.
You're hitting you because she, at that time, still, she didn't know that I was that person that was on the stage, and I didn't know she was the 3-year-old. That didn't happen until after we've had this whole amazing run together of years of dance training. I mean, just years and years and years of amazing joy and love being shared through the art of dance. So it's just amazing. Yeah. So we're going to do some different talks with people, especially over the next week, I would say, but also going forward of, how it is that we do what we do, what it is that we do, how are things created, how did all
and delivered.
Yeah, and delivered. So I mean, like, this is just like us sharing our process, and we'll see if we can get some of our other dancers involved and and whatnot. But let's just talk about the work. So what is, I'm going to interview you.
Okay.
Because I don't really know the answers to these questions either. So what is or was your favorite, like, I'm going to say your favorite dance from our repertoire back then, in which we still do the dances today, but when I would say I'm feeling like when, as a trained dancer, as you started to understand my soul is being filled with this movement, like, this feels very soulfully satisfying to me.
Right.
What was that moment for you?
I don't want to say it. I don't know the exact moment, but it had to have been in class, because there was a difference between movement that it opened me up when the movement was emotionally challenging for me.
Ooh.
So
Chills.
yeah, so to me it was more like, this is breaking down all that had been put up around me. So that's where that joy and fulfillment came from.
Okay.
Is in doing the movement. I was, whatever technical ability I was at that time, it was just like, oh, this is saying something. This is how I'm talking. So
form of communication.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I think in all the pieces, even if it's a cool, hip hop one, there was moments in all of them that had that that flavor to it, or that, like,
So I think what I'm hearing you say is, so, like, through the teaching and whatever was being asked of you in the class, your personal walls were being broken down.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Chills.
Mm-hmm.
That's
and that's how you learn. That's how you grow as
right. And I remember telling the girls, and I would teach different improv classes too, where I would be conscious of breaking the walls down, like finding the places in you guys where, like, okay, that person's feeling a little reserved, like, in that, they're a little resistant, like, they can't really get past that feeling or that thing that happened in their life, or they're having like so healing. I would say, yeah.
And you're taught younger to kind of see what you look like, in the mirror when
Right.
you're doing the movement, and if the line is right, if the technique is right, if it's the right caliber, it's whatever the standard is you put on yourself. Because it's not even, teachers could do that too, I guess, but
Yeah.
they could not, but you still do it to yourself. So you have to grow past that.
Grow past your own judgments.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so basically breaking down the walls, I do know for me that I'm conscious of it, especially as the years have gone on, but I'm conscious of it, and also I know that part of my purpose, huge part of my purpose, not only to create the work and deliver the teachings, but was to bring healing to people through the art of dance. So what does that mean? That means, through the dance classes, through the work, people were having healings basically through the movement because they were breaking down the walls and the barriers that had blocked them from feeling and sensing and experiencing their own love and joy. Wow. So, and we're here doing the batmas and the plies and leg lifts and all these things, but then we would also have a lot of the creative dance and a lot of exploration and ooh, a beautiful dove. As a teacher too, and I'm a dancer first and foremost that has the abilities to do all of these other pieces and parts of the industry as well, but I think as a teacher I was going through the same thing. Because I would question, I was just telling you this a couple weeks ago, I would question, why are you having the students do improv again? Why are you teaching them about this meditation? Why do people just need to be flat on their back doing legs, like doing stretches this week, and they're not doing the jazz technique that you thought you were supposed to be teaching in this class? Because there were other things that were needed.
Right.
And so in my mind, my logic, my ego was like, what are you doing? You're supposed to be teaching X, Y, and Z. Well, we didn't get that done tonight. No, but we got this done, and that's what these girls needed tonight. Okay. Then I would go home and beat myself up for a while. Sometimes lose sleep over it and go, okay, tomorrow, that's it. I'm going to go teach by the book again. And then another thing would happen and go, oh, this one just had a healing from this piece of choreography and is in tears over here, and I need to go talk with her and have my assistant run the rehearsal. Like, you can't, it's like, you just can't.
It was unstoppable too. You couldn't redirect it to, okay, let's do this. No, like we couldn't move.
No. Then we get into the phase of just sitting here going, okay, what are we supposed to be doing right now? But truly, I mean, the big part of PA Dance Vision is the intuitive listening of what is needed in the creation process. And even too with the choreography, and we're going to talk about this another time too, but what is, or at that time, because in your life when you were going through the massive years of training and 2-3 nights a week and all the classes and performances, what was your favorite dance to perform at that time of the work? Or style, or a couple. I don't know. What sticks out for you?
The style was definitely the contemporary because it was so, I hadn't done it at all. It was not something that was introduced to me. So I got a taste and was like, yes,
that's me.
But,
feed me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, dances I think that felt good to dance was for sure.
Okay.
As I was older, what you had, just a yes,
This is on this page
Yeah.
You can see Brittany in action and the other
yeah,
girls.
and then as getting into really getting into the nitty gritty of being at the front of the company.
Yeah.
Returning. It's just a reminder. It's like, yeah.
Wow.
A lot of even Kitty's piece.
Oh yeah.
This one.
The
End of the beginning. Yep. And that took me a while to even really know what that was about. I just knew in the movement, like, oh, that's a yes. Like, next.
Yeah, that's feeding me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Brittany's talking about Kitty, who was my mentor, continues to from spirit side now, passed 2 years ago. Modern dance teacher who I studied with at East Stroudsburg University and worked with for years too. I was her protege, and that woman just sparkled my world in so many ways, and taught me so many valuable, beautiful lessons about life and about who we really are as people. And she brought through some really beautiful works, and in the creation and the years of vision, the non she gifted me with this, and then I went on to teach the girls, and did other pieces of work from that one body of work, End of the Beginning. Kitty is her nickname, but her name is Catherine Colname. And we recently had a celebration of life dance concert for her. I would say recent, but within the past 2 years. Yeah, so we carry the legacy of Catherine Colname Kitty's work with us, as well as some of the sprinklings of Mary Jane Wilbers, who was the very first dance educator at East Stroudsburg University, which has been really a blessing. And a whole bunch of other stories go along with that. Everything's a story, guys. But when it's a yes, it's a yes, and then
honoring that,
right, to honor the legacy. And there's a difference between I'm creating this art because I'm trying to make an image, and I have to look this way, and this is how I have to mark, and this is what I have to, what I have to do. And there's a difference between that and a person who's really bringing the art to life from within themselves, an intuitive place that knows this is what I must do. This is, I was just talking to my friend the other day, who I've known for years too, and she was saying, like, I have to find a person to bring my songs to life. She has all these songs written. She's a songwriter, and she's like, that's it. I have to bring this to life. So there's a difference between a person who is creating an image for likes and loves and kudos on social media, or creating an image, let's even say a false image of themselves, or
authenticity, art, everything.
Right. And really bringing the art through. So.
And not being afraid to do it.
Right.
I think too. Because then,
oh my gosh, yes. Yeah. Holy God. Not being afraid to do it. Such a good point. Oh my gosh. And the angst of it too. The bittersweet of having the gift, knowing you have to share it, learning how to share it, which means you have to master yourself. You have to learn the art of self-discovery. And then not being afraid to put it out there, and knowing that, you're mostly going to be loved by most everybody, but there will be maybe a few naysayers in the bunch, or they may not like, your art or your creation, but knowing that love is bringing this forward for a higher purpose. And it's funny too, because I share with my students a lot in dance and yoga, meditation, whatever classes I'm teaching, it doesn't really matter, of everything that is here in our world on the planet is you, me, even this new fairy garden that I'm putting in over here is even the flowers that are growing, the trees that are blossoming, the grass that's coming up is a creation. Everything, including this tea mug, everything has been created by somebody. We're not doing this life alone. That people's ingenuity go to even Benjamin Franklin and just how electricity was invented and all of these different things. I mean, we have to really just get right with ourselves and realizing like this is a privilege. It's everybody's work, everybody's teachings. And there's the blue jay, Kitty's sign. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. We were just talking about her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was over there before.
Wow. They're like, who do you think's sitting here with you having this chat? But it is a creation of art. And the word art is within the word heart. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And everything that we enjoy in life and everything that we bitch about too is a creation of something, of someone. And it's time for us to really appreciate the true, authentic creations of others and really honor the work that we do within ourselves, our own unique creation of art that we are individually, and then how we come together to support the highest good. And we all have different gifts that we're sharing. And, not every dancer is going to grow up to be a choreographer. Not every dance teacher is a dancer.
That's true.
Right? Mm-hmm. But like just honoring who we are and our process and living to tell about it and sharing all the amazing moments of joy. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. So PA Dance Vision has our goal now going forward with our clear vision after having 20 years of this stuff is we want to be able to offer our legacy of dance for free to people. Our teachings, our classes, our performances, whether they be in person or online. We do things online. I've been personally teaching online for 5 years already. Yeah. This is nothing new for me. Social media, we've all been doing it now. I mean, geez, we've had Facebook for 15 years maybe. But right now with the pandemic, we are offering our free stepping stones classes, our children's classes, via a private Facebook group page. Brittany and I just got done teaching it this morning. We did a tribal dance, really fun. Dance with scarves, drumming music. It was really cool. And we have a lot of different families that join us there. The program is free for anyone who wants to have their littles enjoy it. And even the parents dance with the kids too, which is fun. And we also have that's on Tuesdays, by the way, 11 to 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. And then we have our really neat also meditation hub. It's on Facebook. Again, private group. It's a meditation reboot station for medical professionals who need support at this time. Doctors, nurses, anyone who is on the front lines helping other people to get well and to recover, transition in whatever way is needed for them, is supporting these medical professionals who are really working it, giving them a private place to reset. I have a lot of different meditations that I do live there that bring forward healing, calm, peace, help the professionals to reset themselves so they can go back out into the hospitals, back out on the floors. That's a hub that's open. So if you know of any doctors, any nurses, any hospitals, any hospital administrators, if you happen to be one of those people and you need a quiet place to recharge, please reach out. We'll be putting links, and actually it's already there. The links to the private pages are there. A free program, guys. Would love your help and support getting these programs out there to those who need it most.
Veterinary medicine too.
Yes. Veterinary medicine as well. Brittany, that's part of Brittany's profession, which you are seeing, a lot of puppy and kitty and pet mommies and daddies who are needing the support.
Yes.
Because coming in, maybe not necessarily the animals need support to a certain degree, but the humans need. Yeah.
Yep. And the babies feel that, they're
Right.
they're on the same. If the people are uneasy, they're going to be uneasy. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yes, Brittany helps to take care of all of our fur babies, and has a medical background herself, with things like that. So, would love for you to help us get the word out, and also the donations. PA Dance Vision it's a charitable nonprofit organization that needs support. I sound like a PBS commercial from viewers like you. So if you know of anybody who would like to support our mission, these are just two of the things that we are offering for free, and that's only going to expand and grow, and a lot of more cool projects are coming. So thanks for being here, listening. I've been seeing a few of you pop in. Hey guys, and appreciate the unique gift that you are, and don't discount the work and the love and the cool, unique things that make you, that do make you thrive as an individual, but then also share in this experience of life with others that can impact their lives in such a powerful way. And that's basically, what we wanted to share today. So thanks. Stay tuned for some more information, more chats like this. We're having our tea, and we are grateful to be sitting on this side of the camera now, talking about all this good stuff, and just basking in the glow of it, and also continuing forward in our new beginnings. Yeah. So thank you, Brittany.
Love you.
I love you too. Bye, guys.
See ya.